What are sensory images? How do sensory images help you comprehend? Why we need to use sensory images? Those are a few questions that need to be answered. And if you wanted to participate actively and confidently in the class, not to worry. This video will help you to know and be able to identify the use of sensory images, its importance, functions, and uses. Come on, let's make reading active instead of passive.
Good morning, everyone. Allow me to introduce my name first. I'm Kenneth Ray Lumbog, your discussant for today's topic about sensory images. At the end of this lesson, students are expected to identify the difference between image and sensory images, recognize the different types of sensory images, and create a poem that addresses one sensory image in each line. I know that you're excited to learn. To get started, I have here a question. What image do you see in your mind when you read the sentence? The big, juicy burger with its melted cheese and red tomatoes made my mouth water and my stomach grumble. I'll give you 30 seconds to think and close your eyes to imagine what image. You can now open your eyes. Is this image closer to what you have in your mind? Perfect! Next question. What image do you see in your mind when you read the sentence? A field of bright yellow flowers lay beautifully in front of me. I'll give you 30 seconds to think and close your eyes to imagine what image. You can now open your eyes. Is this image closer to what you have in your mind? Great! Based from the activity we've just made and in relation to literature or poetry, then what is image? Image is the mental picture created in the mind of the reader as he or she assimilates the language of the author. For you to understand better about sensory images, I have here several sentences to ponder. First sentence. The soldiers loomed like monsters before them. What is the image in the given example? Soldiers. You're correct. How is the image being created? The author add some description, loomed like monsters for readers to have a vivid picture. That's right. What sense does the image appeal to? Yes, sense of sight. You're doing good. Second sentence. He whiffed the aroma of brewed coffee. What is the image in the given example? Brewed coffee. You're correct. How is the image being created? The author add some description with the aroma for readers to understand better the situation. What sense does the image appeal to? Sense of smell. Great job! Third sentence. The wine has a slightly bitter and strong flavor. What is the image in the given example? Wine. You're correct. How is the image being created? The author add some description, slightly bitter and strong flavor for readers to relate the wine. What sense does the image appeal to? Sense of taste. Great job! Fourth sentence. The eerie silence was shattered by her scream. What is the image in the given example? Eerie silence. You're correct. How is the image being created? The author add some description shattered by her scream for readers to understand the scenario. What sense does the image appeal to? Sense of hearing. Perfect. Fifth sentence. The lake was left shivering by the touch of morning wind. What is the image in the given example? Lake. You're correct. How is the image being created? The author add some description left shivering by the touch of morning wind for readers to relate the lake. What sense does the image appeal to? Sense of touch. Bravo! Based from the activity we've just made, then what are sensory images? Sensory images appeals to our five senses: sense of sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. It is the method of writing by which the author uses ordinary words to create an image. Help readers feel engaged in the story. It makes it appear as though you are in the story, experiencing what the characters are experiencing. Since we all know that sensory images appeal to our five senses, then let's recognize the different types of sensory images. Types of sensory images: visual, for sense of sight; aural, for sense of hearing; tactile, for sense of touch; olfactory, for sense of smell; gustatory, for sense of taste. There you go. Moving forward is our learning activity. This time, you are expected to create a sensory poem. Create a poem that has sensory images. At least 5-line poem will do, as long as the 5 sensory images are applied. Choose any theme in doing so. I have here a sample, and the theme I chose was about spring. New shoots emerge from the dark brown earth. The new sense of rain mixes with blossoms in the air. Birds chirp with newfound vibrato in the trees. Succulent strawberries ripen in a breeze. All is fresh, warm, and beautiful to feel. Reminders: you only have 5 minutes to finish this activity. When you're done, share it with pride in front of the class. So, your 5 minutes start now. After having a short learning activity about creating a poem with sensory images, now is the time to have our exercises. To get started, make sure you have your pen and paper handy. Directions: write the predominant type of sensory images found in each of the following. 1. A host of golden daffodils. 2. The tolling of bells. 3. Baby's breath was warm on my face. 4. Aroma of freshly baked cake. 5. Chocolate, ice cream, and apple pie. Number 6. The piercing rays of the noonday sun. 7. Splashing sulfur seas. 8. Smoke which stung her eyes. 9. Birds are chirping. 10. Broiled chicken roasting. To check your answers if it's correct, here's the answer key. Number 1. Visual. 2. Aural. 3. Tactile. 4. Olfactory. 5. Gustatory. 6. Tactile. 7. Visual. 8. Tactile. 9. Aural. 10. Gustatory. For your assignment, create a 2-minute video of spoken word poetry that addresses sensory images. Submit it via Facebook, Messenger, through Share It or Flash Drive next meeting. I do believe that you can make it and be the best version of yourself. Thank you for making time to listen and watch this presentation show. I hope you learned something. Once again, this is Kenneth Ray and Bob signing off.